More and more these days, I find myself thinking about what makes a man, Juice. Now, I know that it's 2024, so you're probably tempted to give me like a Matt Walsh type of an answer here. A man is an adult human that has XY chromosomes and a standard issued Franken beans. What I'm talking about are the type of qualities that make up a real man. What kind of actions should men in our society be taking? The reason I keep thinking about this is because it's obvious that the election is about masculinity versus femininity. Kamala Harris and her team are leaning hard into the pro abortion. A man's not a man unless he supports your ability to work and bring home the bacon here in this new world we're in. While Donald Trump is just a badass that naturally attracts a man's man. Kamala Harris's team continues to prop up men like Doug Emhoff and Tim Walz as the new representation of masculinity. At the same time, they try and point to a man like J.D. Vance who exudes masculinity as somehow weird. I could think of plenty of examples of what represents masculinity. You know, things like medium rare steaks, physical sports, never having to stop to ask for directions. You know, you get the idea. Now, why don't we shift for a moment, I guess, from the old tongue in cheek and focus a little bit more on some of the qualities that I think we can all agree are what make up a good man, a solid man. Now, he should be a man of honor and a hard worker. How about a protector and a provider? A good masculine man is a leader, someone who is reliable and who is dependable. All of those things are true, but what I'm realizing, and it's something I'm realizing 39 years late to the game here, is that a real man, a masculine man, is a man of God. Those qualities that I listed are all branches that must be hanging on a tree of a man who is rooted in God. You should be able to trust a man of God to be honorable, hardworking, reliable, and a leader. A man of God is going to be able to set that example on a daily basis for his family to see. A man who knows God is going to share that with his wife and kids and help form the most important bond in all of their lives. I truly believe that building, forming, and growing your relationship with God is a lifelong pursuit of turning yourself into a real life version of Jesus Christ. I don't mean that in a ye shall be of God's way. What I mean is we have been created in the image and likeness of God. And I think it is our mission to orient ourselves and our lives in a manner that is as close to living as Jesus lived as we can. My daughter is only 9 years old, so I'm a little early here, but I can't help but find myself thinking about the type of man I hope she will one day marry. The kind of man I would be honored to give her away to. The thought of handing her over to the type of man that doesn't go to church, that doesn't know God, is something that terrifies me. I know that might sound extreme, and I'm sure it sounds hypocritical, but it's true. Masculinity continues to be misrepresented by playboys like Andrew Tate and Dave Portnoy, action stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Rock, or goofy sitcom dads like Kevin James, Ray Romano, Homer Simpson, and Tim Walz. I'm hoping and praying that I can continue to grow my masculinity through God and with God. With his help, the rest of my family will also be able to recognize, emulate, and seek masculinity as they continue to grow in God's image. And with that being said, I do believe it's time to welcome in our good friend, Mr. Ric Flair, because it is showtime, baby. Woo!
Showtime!